Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, and I am going to do a pour over on this 14 by 18 inch canvas. Right now I'm kind of checking the consistency of this black paint I'm going to put down. I just got the rest of my shipment of my Pearl Paints in by Amsterdam, and I'm going to do, inspired by Molly of course, I'm going to do some puddle pours on this black paint with these pearl colors, and they don't show up until they dry, and you really need to put it on a dark base, so I'm using black. And the colors I'm using are pearl violet, pearl green, pearl yellow, pearl blue, and pearl red. So I saw how hers turned out, and it was just beautiful, and I was going to do it, I think it was right before I went to PourCon, and I you know, and then there's a recovery period after something like that, by the way. So let me finish getting set up. I've got all my colors mixed. I want to check their consistencies. There's just puddles that I'm going to put down in this black paint. So, and I'm going over this old canvas that I hated the way it turned out. Was supposed to have been I think it was supposed to have been a pearl pour, but something went terribly wrong. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, let's get a puddle of black down here. And I don't think I need like a massive amount of it. I can always add a little bit to extend it for when I tilt. So that should be more than enough. Let me move it around a little bit here. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta make sure I'm back in frame. I never know where this camera is. Okay, I'm just gonna start pouring my puddles down and get rid of some bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. I got a lot. I stirred this paint up earlier. I mixed it up, earlier, but oops, I almost spilled my black. Oh, it'd be a mess. Okay, so, all right, this one, you're not gonna be able to tell, but this one is violet. And, okay, just start pouring some puddles. And I'm hoping I don't have this paint mix too thick. I don't know. You know, I'm not quite certain. Okay. And next up, blue. I want to leave room for these other colors. Let's do some red. Oh, come on, you gotta leave room for the others. Oh my goodness. Try to think this through, huh? And some green. And of course I lose track of what colors are where. Oh man, I don't have much room left, do I? Because I want to put some yellow down in here. This ends up looking like a kind of gold color, actually. So, I don't know. Just fit it wherever I can, I guess. I am going to put some extending, you know, some black paint around to extend this. So, okay. I can kind of see a hint of what the colors are when I look at it sideways. This might be too much down there, but I don't know. Okay. So, you need some paint around there. Okay. And then we're going to have to wait till it dries so you can see the colors. You know? Okay. I am going to wreck these puddles now with this skewer. Okay. That's good. Should I go back this way? Maybe I'll go this way just one time. Okay. Wow, that's really wrecked. Okay, time to tilt. Put these gloves on because that black gets pretty darn messy. Oh, I just got my fingers crossed this turns out okay. First time I've tried it, but it just looks so amazing when it's all dry and all those colors pop. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do some tilting. Wow, there is so much paint on here. I might have put way too much paint on here. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I hope I've tilted off enough so we don't get any paint cracking. Oh, I need to take some more off down there though. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry if you're not in frame watching what I'm doing right there. But, okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can already see some of the colors popping through. Looks so cool right now. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for this to dry. I do have a lot of paint on there, guys. I really have my fingers crossed that it's going to dry okay. There is a lot of paint on there. And of course, I'm pouring over a previously poured canvas. So hopefully we're good. I have to torch this because I am seeing bubbles. I can see these colors popping through already. I can see the violet and I don't know, did I lose the blues? Well, that's blue, there's violet. I don't know, you know, I have to wait and see. Since I had to take so much paint off, I might have lost a lot of those colors, but I'm thinking, you know, I put it enough blended through there that I should be okay. I keep wiping its bottom because I don't want too many drips to pull off the rest of this paint from the edges. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So I am going to grab the torch and torch it a little bit. Boom. I'll knock one over. Lots of boobles. My goodness, there was a lot. This might look amazing if it dries okay. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. All right, guys. We are going to let this dry and then come back and see the results. I'm excited. Okay, guys. Okay, so here we are, probably about halfway through the drying process, and you can see the colors starting to pop out. And as they dry, they're going to get brighter and more distinctive. As you can see by the edges, where, of course, which dries first mostly, is the blue, the violet, the green. The reds are kind of taking their time. I'm anxious to see how the red turns out. And of course, the gold, well, I'm sorry, yellow, which turns into like a gold color. So, and remember, this was a pour over from a previous canvas. So I really am truly hoping that it dries well and doesn't get all pitted. And you know how sometimes pouring over a previous canvas can do that. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do another one. And I think I'm going to do it on a, maybe a 12-inch square. I'll just pour down some puddles and we'll give it another shot. Okay, be right back. All right, now let's paint. I have some Amsterdam oxide black. I'm not certain I want to be using Amsterdam as my base, but I don't know, you know, ours loft, it might, I don't know. We're just going to do this. This is, oh, I just shook it so it's full of bubbles. And wow, is it full of bubbles. Okay, so I'm just going to pour down a puddle. And I don't want a lot of black down right now. Good golly, I've got a lot of bubbles. Let's torch that. I don't know if you could, if you saw all those or not, but I had just taken that bottle and shook it up pretty good. So I think that's all the black puddle I'm going to put down, but we do need to spread it out a little bit. And I just want a thin layer. I think on that last puddle pour, I may have had just a little bit too much. Couldn't say for positive, and once it dries, we'll be able to tell better. So in the meantime, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down like that. Hopefully I'm still in frame. I don't know. All right, I think I will start with the blue. You know, and I'm still playing with consistencies and that sort of thing because this is a new technique I'm doing. All right, I'm going to start right in the center. I'm going to hopefully try to be a little bit more aware of where I'm pouring these colors. Onto some red. That looks okay. And I think a little red there. A little red here. Where else do I want some red? I think I want it on all sides. But you see I'm pouring some smaller puddles for that. I kind of wanted that blue to be really obvious. And now some violet. So the violet here and here. Oops. How about a little bit there and a little bit there? We need some green. So this is leaving me with a good idea doing it this way of where these colors are now. That I'm being a little bit more, I don't know what you would call it, organized as to where I'm laying the colors. Now I need some room for some of that yellow though. And I can put some little puddles. Oh, you know what I think I might try sometime is adding some more black into the color and then putting another color on top. Oh, there you go. There's a thing. Okay, I'm going to put little puddles of this yellow around. Not that I have much room left, but not much room at all. A little bit right there. I don't know what that'll do. It's making the black move out a little bit, so what do I need to do? I need to try to put a little bit in there. Okay, so we got that. It's full, isn't it? Let me put some of this black to extend so it doesn't kind of roll over itself. I got a lot on there. I always use too much paint. I don't care what technique I'm doing. I have an abundance of paint. Alrighty. And yes, I'm going to take a skewer and I'm going to go ahead and do a design in it like I did with the other one. So let me do this. And then I'm going to go, I think, like this. And maybe I should go this way now. That would really give it some interesting thing going on with that. We'll see. Now, when I tilt this, I know some of that yellow is going to be going off for sure. So, okay, I should pop some bubbles. Let's tilt this out. There we go. This is going to be a wild design. Let me see what I got going here now. I think I need just a little bit more here, and then I'm going to take it back the other way a little bit. Just work it down there. Work it down. Okay. And now back. Wow, this is seriously going to be a crazy wild design. What fun. Okay, all right. Let me take a look at this. See what I got going on here. Looks good. All right. I think we got it all. A little bit right there we need to cover up. All right. Okie dokie. Just gonna scrape its bottom. I'm really glad that I put that blue in the middle. See, I can kind of see that happening there. So, yay. I think a lot of the yellow did get ran off, but, you know, we need to wait till it's dry to find out for sure. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry now, and then next time you see this, it will be alongside the biggie, and they should both be dry, and we can see the colors and how they're standing out. So thanks for joining me, and we'll be back with the dried results. All right, guys, so let's see what we got here. There's the biggie, the one that I did a pour over on an old canvas. And I'm slightly disappointed because I am seeing a little pitting going on where the paint was a bit thick, and you know what happens when the paint gets thick and you have a pour over. You might get little pitted dots, which is happening. What can I say? It was a risk I took. And it's not totally dry, so I don't want to touch anything, because in here in the centers, as you can see, because they're still a little bit lighter in color, the violet versus the violet out here that's dried, it's still drying, so it's going to get more intense. So I'm loving this. I'm loving playing with these paints, bottom line. And let me show you the one I did on the cradled wood board. Check it out. And you know what? The composition is not the best. You know, I kind of went crazy on that, but it's so cool with the colors, the way they're drying. And if I play with it again with these colors in a puddle situation, I really will be more deliberate on my placement and my wreckage, you might say. I am having a little problem. I'm going to have to switch up my base. I'm using black, of course, but I'm going to have to switch it up a little bit. On this one, I used my Amsterdam Oxide Black that's been sitting in this bottle for a while, and it's pretty thin, but I can see where it was starting to break down, and that's not good when you're playing with some cool paints like this. So anyway, there you go. I went ahead, I did a flip cup with them on the same black base, and I'm waiting for this to dry to see if more colors get a little bit more intense. But I was planning on using this as like a background for a Dutch pour, just to see what happens, you know. And I can see blues starting to show more intensely, and the red, you know, I don't know if it'll work or not, but you know, and everything's an experiment for me. So anyway, that's what I've got going on. And I tell you what, I certainly appreciate you guys joining me on this journey, tuning in and supporting me. So anyway, I'll let you go. I think I'm going to chill out on these colors for a while, maybe do some blooms. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.